Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're here inside of Visit Knoxville because this is what we do at noon is enjoy live music. And you can feel free to come join us if you like. But if you can't be here with us, you can slide on over to the WDVX Facebook page or YouTube channel and watch it streaming live. So today, our guest is been a local musician here for a really long time in the Knoxville area.
A really long time.
Well, we'll say a staple in the music community right here. Give a great big welcome to East Tennessee's own Nancy Brennan Strange to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank y'all for coming out, and hello to everybody out there in Radio Land. I know some of my friends are listening. So I'm going to start with one that I wrote a while back, and it's called Quiet Tonight. It's quiet tonight beneath the stars. The breeze gently blows, the trees are swaying as we close together, share the warmth of the night. The city is far from where we are. Our troubles seem small, no need to worry. Just we close together in the warmth of the night. And darling, I find with you joy like I've never known. Never thought I would find such a sweet peace of mind or feel so much at home. The fire dies down and the moon is high, and I'll hold you close until the morning. Just we close together in the warmth of the night. Whoops. I'm a little nervous, can you tell? Thank you. I don't get out and play by myself very much. so I'm excited, but blah. I'm going to play some songs that, well, I wrote that one actually, so in 1982. So I've been writing songs about my family lately. I live in Oakwood, Lincoln Park, and ever since I moved there, I've been kind of obsessed about writing songs about my dad and his mom and his stepdad. And I live on one side of Woodland from where they lived, and I'll go walking up to Kenyon Avenue, which is where they lived, 1122 Kenyon Avenue. And so I'm going to sing you some of those, but I'm going to start with the first one I'm going to start with is called Kate Sullivan. And the picture in front of me, Kate's one of those people. She's the older lady. She was my great-grandmother. And I got this story from a cousin that told me about her. I didn't know much about her, and I actually hadn't seen a picture till not that long ago that my cousin found on the News Sentinel archives. So anyway, this is Kate. She was actually born 100 years before I was, so she came to America, and this is kind of about that story. My name is Kate Sullivan, and I came from Ireland over to America in 1859. And I was only 8 years old. We sailed on a great big ship across the Atlantic Ocean, and when those storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, land of opportunity, leaving 'cause of the potato blight, the land had turned rotten. The crops were all failing, the people were starving. Multitudes of Irish sought passage on the coffin ships, leaving their homeland behind them. And when the storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, land of opportunity, leaving our homeland behind us. My father was a railroad man. We lived on a railroad car. We traveled south as the ties were laid. From Bristol through the mountains we journeyed each day until we settled in Knoxville. And when the storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, land of opportunity, leaving our homeland behind us. Do y'all have that chorus now, when the storms blew across the sea? We tied ourselves on board. You want to sing that with me? That'd be really cool. When the storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, a land of opportunity, leaving our homeland behind us. And I'd sure feel good if you sang it with me. Let's try it one time. And when the storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, land of opportunity, leaving our homeland behind us. And we made our home just down from our church, built with the hands of the immigrants, Irish, Italian, and others who traveled here, seeking to build a new life. And when the storms blew across the sea, we tied ourselves on board. We were bound for America, land of opportunity, leaving our homeland behind us.
This is Nancy Brennan Strange with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. There's nothing to be nervous about, Nancy. Just
I
a
know.
bunch of friends out here.
I know. I don't know why I do this. I just,
We
it's ridiculous.
we're none of us are nervous. Are any of y'all
Is anybody
nervous?
nervous?
We're not nervous. Jimbo's a little nervous, but he stays
I might
that way.
make you nervous. I don't know.
So, okay, let's talk a little bit about the photograph and the family, and it's inspired you to write some songs here. So tell us about it.
Okay. Well, actually, my cousin had told me the story of Kate Sullivan, and I didn't really see a picture for a long time. But then my cousin found this a couple of years ago, and a second. Where they lived, actually, the church that I'm talking about is Immaculate Conception, where I work now too. So
It's just right up the street, and while we're at it, we'll say thank you
Yeah,
for letting her leave and come down here and be here today.
yeah, I'm not there much today. But this is Kate Sullivan, and this is Patrick Brennan. That was her husband, and these are her daughters. That's my Aunt Nell, Eleanor Nell, and that's Mary Canan. And this is my grandfather, who I never saw a picture of till my cousin found this picture, because he died in 1918 when he was 32 years old. He had Bright's disease, which you could cure today, but you couldn't back then. And that's Aloysius Canan standing back there. He got married to Mary. And then their house is where the parking lot is at Chesapeake's, between the fire station and Chesapeake. So this is where they lived. So, but
That's just also a couple of blocks right up the street. So, it's not just your family history, it's downtown history right there.
yeah, because the church was built. There was an earlier church that they built, and they had to tear it down to make a bigger one and everything. But all the immigrants came up and built it, and they had a lot of people like coming up and throwing rocks at them. And people didn't like Catholics very much back then, so it was a little bit rough on the Catholic people.
Well, how did you get the stories?
I got that story from my cousin, and then I was really curious about my grandmother. That was after I moved to Oakwood Lincoln Park. I got really curious about my grandmother. I'd walk up there to her house, and I wrote a song about her. But a long time ago, I had walked over to her next door neighbor's house. My grandmother's name was Blanche, and her next door neighbor's name was Stella, like Streetcar Named Desire, Blanche and Stella. Anyway, but Stella told me all about how when my grandfather had died, Blanche was looking for a place to move because she couldn't afford to stay where she was living then. And so the house next door was for sale, which is, you'll hear all about this in this next song. So this is pretty much what Stella told me about my grandmother. So 1122, it's called 1122 Kenyon Avenue. Except I don't play it in that key, so. Stella called her best friend Blanche. She said the house next door is for sale. You should come and see it. Come on, Blanche, come on and see it right now. I know it's perfect for Johnny and you. It's at 1122 Canyon Avenue. I said 1122 Canyon Avenue. So they climbed up on some boxes and they looked into the windows of the house. Blanche could see into the kitchen. When she did, she could envision a happy family. And in the middle sat Johnny, and she said, this is where we will start our new life. At 1122 Canyon Avenue. He was just a baby when his daddy died. Mama said that daddy went to heaven. They all went to the church and everybody cried. But daddy didn't come back home. Daddy didn't come back home. Daddy never did come to 1122 Canyon Avenue. So that's my grandfather with the hat on. He's really cute. But I didn't ever see a picture of him till my cousin Beth found it on the New Sentinel archives and sent it. And I was like, showed it to my sisters, and they were both like, "Oh, that's our dad," because my dad looked exactly like him. So it was kind of cool to get to see what he looked like. Anyway, so then after that, Blanche got a job, and she was the secretary at Knoxville High School for a long time. And then she met this man named Jimmy, Jimmy Mack. He and my dad didn't like each other too much. And my grandmother's father was living with her too. He's Grandpa Cohen. I got to tell you, these people are. So there's my grandmother's Blanche, and Johnny's my dad, and Jimmy Mack is Blanche's new husband. That they didn't really get along too much. And my dad, he was a really great piano player, and he said the reason he got so good at it is because Jimmy hated when he practiced piano. So the minute Jimmy hit the door, time to practice piano. So anyway, here's a song about them. Oh, this Happy Holler, everybody knows where that is. Used to be kind of a rough part of town. And from where they lived, like on Kenyon Avenue, he could, I don't know if he walked down there or what, but he liked to go to Happy Holler. But he would say that he was at a Knights of Columbus meeting at Holy Ghost Church. And so this is a story my dad told me. Like, my dad would say, like, he'd come home and he'd have lipstick on his collar. And he'd say, well, the Knights of Columbus, you know. And Grandpa Cohen would say, well, I don't know of any Knights of Columbus where anybody's wearing lipstick now. So, and there's a word in this song that I never heard anybody say except my dad used to say it, bimbo. Have you ever heard that word? It's an old word, so that's in this song. I was just going to tell you. Okay, so this is lipstick collar. Lipstick collar. Collar and holler together. Jimmy came home from Happy Holler. He had lipstick on his collar. Grandpa Cohen met him at the door. Jimmy was hoping he could slip on in, no one to ask him where he'd been, but Johnny and Grandpa were standing by. It was sport to catch him in a lie. Jimmy said the KOCs ran late. Grandpa said, oh yeah, I speculate. You were the bimbo, not the KOCs, and bet a better story, please, 'cause this particular tale is full of beans. Grandpa and Johnny were on to Jim. Jimmy wished that he could be rid of them, but Grandpa helped the family with the bills. Johnny's dad died when he was 2, now Jimmy's got his own little crew. He and Blanche had 3 kids of their own. Johnny and his grandpa were a team. Blanche thought that they were just plain mean. She loved Jimmy no matter what he did. He was her man till the day she died. It made no difference if he lied. In Blanche's eyes, her Jim could do no wrong. Jimmy came home from Happy Holler. He had lipstick on his collar. Grandpa Cohen met him at the door. Jimmy was hoping he could slip on in, no one to ask him where he'd been. Johnny and Grandpa were standing by. It was sport to catch him in a lie. Thank you. So that's my trilogy so far. Looking for more stories. Well, my dad always said that he was out in the yard playing, and Jimmy came walking up the hill, and he had a letter of introduction, because he couldn't just ask somebody on a date back then in 1922, 23. So he had to have a letter of introduction, and I'd go around there trying to figure out which, because 1122's got hills all the way on all the sides, and which hill did he come up from? Where did he come from? Where did he live? So I'm trying to recreate it, so stay tuned. I'll probably have some more songs. Let's see. This one's a song from Sinead O'Connor that Marcus usually plays with me. I'm playing it on guitar today. We lost Sinead, and we lost another Irish singer this week too. I think they were real close, and now I can't think of his name. You know, Shane. He was in the Pogues. Anyway, okay. And this is a song that a professor at a university in Dublin had written, and he'd fallen in love with a young woman, and it didn't work out because big age difference and everything. And so he was in a bar talking to this guy named Luke Kelly, an Irish musician, and Luke Kelly put the music to this poem. So. On Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair might weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of the deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artist who have known the true gods of sound and stone. Word and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her dark hair like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that had I loved not as I should, a creature made of clay, when the angel woos the clay, he'd lose his wings at the dawn of day. I think I'm singing a lot of sad songs, Red. Okay.
Just slow.
Slow, yeah. I'll play a banjo tune in a minute. Let's see. Some of these I wrote a fairly long time ago, and I'm kind of revisiting them. And so a long time ago, I used to work with a woman that loved Elvis Presley, and she... well, her name was, but I'm just not going to say her name. Her name's Lucy in this song. She loved Elvis so much, like where I worked, we had lockers, and she had a big picture of Elvis on there. So I'm talking back in the 70s when I worked there. She takes care of her mother, who's always been with her. The others went on and had kids of their own. But Lucy's got mama, and life has no drama. There's work, then there's sleeping alone in her bed. She's got every romantic novel's been written, the kind that you find on the grocery store shelf. And Elvis was always her number one hero. But now even he's become tainted in death. Lucy lies in bed reading until she is sleeping and dreaming of islands and tall, handsome men. The dashing dark stranger in terrible danger falls in love with a shy, lonely woman like her. He woos her and wins her, romances and spins her, till soon she is dizzy and giddy with love. Oh, what would it feel like to have someone hold her, tell her he loves her with all of his heart? She sighs as she wonders why love's never found her, and love's all around her, but she stands apart. Lucy. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's Christmas time coming. So there's a song that's really fun to sing, and you might know it because it's been in some movies, and it's called Melikaliki Maka. Do you know this one? Melikaliki Maka is a thing. So if you feel like singing along, try saying that. Melikaliki Maka. Ah, good. I still can't say it. Melikaliki Maka. And it was written by a guy named R. Alex Anderson, who was born and died in Honolulu. But it's been in a lot of movies, and Bing Crosby had a big hit with it, so yeah. Melikaliki Maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikaliki Maka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. You want to try singing it? Everybody. Melikaliki Maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikaliki Maka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, a very, very Merry Christmas to you.
Nancy Brennan Strange with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. That was a short one, but we're going to make her do one more tune for us here today before we cut her loose. But we want to invite everybody back again tomorrow. Miss Trisha Jean Brady's going to be here with us. She's doing a music series down the street. We'll be talking about some of those upcoming performances and hearing some songs from her as well. You can always find out who's headed in our direction by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. We're also a listener-supported radio station. There's always a donation box in the back of the room. A little love in the bucket keeps the good music going on the Blue Plate Special. So one of the things, most people know, but we didn't really talk about here today, is that Nancy also, she's here doing her own thing here today, but she plays in a big band. She's used to having guys playing behind her, backing her up. She just has to stand there and look pretty and sing, She's doing it all today. But on January 18th, the Tennessee Sheiks will be performing at Alley Ray's. And then they're also going to be playing this year at Big Ears as well. You can keep an eye out on the social media sites, Facebook, whatnot, Nancy Brennan Strange, or for the Tennessee Sheiks as well. Feel free to shake and howdy with her after the show and thank her for being here with us today and making some music because, well, she had to get out of work to be here with us today. So let's let her know we appreciate her being here with us. Nancy, you didn't get to play your banjo.
Yeah, I need to play the banjo.
Do you want to do two? Do two more songs. Okay.
All right. Yeah, since I brought it, I should play it. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's right behind me. Okay.
So, yeah.
Guy Carawan gave me this banjo, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah. He's a great supporter of me when I got started playing. Me and Rebecca Bryant, we had a group called a duo, Diamonds in the Rough group. But anyway. I'm going round this world, baby mine. I'm going round this world, baby mine. I'm going round this world, I'm a banjo-picking girl. I'm going round this world, baby mine. Well, I'm going to Tennessee, baby mine. Going to Tennessee, baby mine. I'm going to Tennessee, don't you try and follow me. I'm going round this world, baby mine. Well, I'm going to Chattanooga, baby mine. I'm going to Chattanooga, baby mine. I'm going to Chattanooga, from there on to Cuba. I'm going around this world, baby mine. I'm going to North Carolina, baby mine. I'm going to North Carolina, baby mine. I'm going to North Carolina, from there on to China. I'm going around this world, baby mine. Well, if you ain't got no money, baby mine. If you ain't got no money, baby mine. If you ain't got no money, get yourself another honey. I'm going around this world, baby mine. Well, I'm going around this world, baby mine. I'm going around this world, baby mine. I'm going around this world, I'm a banjo-picking girl. I'm going around this world, baby mine. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I should end on. What should I end on? Which one? Oh, yes. Exactly. This one I want to send out to Carrie Hart. She just became a full captain for Southwest Airlines, and I know she's listening in Nashville. This one's for you, Carrie. Congratulations. And Keith's listening too, and he's an airplane pilot too, so this one's about airplanes. And Carrie used to sing this one with me, so. I do this in D, I think. Silver wings. Now I can't remember the song. I'm a wreck. And I didn't write it down. I'm just gonna. Thank you. Silver wings shining in the sunlight, roaring engines headed somewhere in flight. They're taking me away and leaving me lonely. Silver wings slowly fading out of sight. Don't leave me, I cried. Don't take that airplane ride. But you locked me out of your mind. You left me standing right here behind. Silver wings shining in the sunlight, roaring engines headed somewhere in flight. They're taking me away and leaving me lonely. Silver wings slowly fading out of sight. Thank you.
That's Nancy Brennan Strange. Thank y'all. Join us next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.